North Carolina First Alert Weather.
Good morning, everyone. We're talking about a first alert weather day on Friday due to Tropical Storm Nicole. Right now, what we're seeing, well, over the past 24 hours, I should say, we've seen it strengthen. Even the past 36 hours at this point, still a tropical storm. As it starts to approach, even more so the islands of northwestern Bahamas, eventually reaching Florida, the eastern side there, making landfall likely around 1 o'clock Thursday morning. So very early, overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, before it dies down a bit, making this curve, a sharp right, going northeast over basically the upstate, across the mountains. We're going to see the remnants of this Thursday into Friday. The track's already changed a little. We've seen that over the past couple of days, last 2 days at least, making more of a westward shift. And this has changed what we've been talking about, our impacts, what we could see exactly here at home. One of those impacts being that's changed right here, your rain forecast. The rainfall totals have gone up a bit because of this more westerly change, the westerly track of the flow here. We're talking 2 to 4 inches of rain in certain areas like the mountains from Asheville to Hendersonville, even parts of the northern half of the upstate like northern Greenville County, northern Spartanburg, Pickens, Oconee. You are all under the higher risk of seeing some rainfall, even 4.5. This total just seems to kind of climb up a bit more in the last couple of days. Blue Ridge Escarpment seeing the worst of this, and then likely we could see some isolated flash flooding because of this. Most under that 1 to 3 inch range if you're within the yellow. Now, when the rain is going to arrive, Thursday evening is when we'll see it pull in from the south. Most of us seeing the heavier rain overnight into early Friday. You can see those darker colors there. Then when we pull in the yellow, who's going to see the worst of this? Coming in even continuing heavy rainfall, I would say Friday afternoon. Early evening is when we start to track out. We get this to move more northeast out of our region, our forecast area. Timing could still change as well, though. This all depends on where Nicole tracks over the next 24 hours, even 36 hours of where exactly this falls, how quick it'll move out. Likely moving a bit quicker, though, once it does reach land closer to us. Something else we're talking about, the likelihood of tropical storm winds. It's still very low. That's good news. That means 40-mile-per-hour plus winds is tropical storm. That's like the category of it. What we are still seeing, though, likely 30%, or at least likely 30-mile-per-hour winds, likely 20-mile-per-hour winds. So still going to be breezy. This is Thursday night into Friday, pretty much all day long. But why we've declared a first alert weather day, mainly it's because of the heavy rain. Periods of it likely dropping, a lot of rain very fast, leading to the potential for flash flooding. Likely more so within the mountains, I think, has that better chance of seeing that. But gusty winds also on the backside of this. Not to go past today, though, because we still have a day ahead of, what's going to come our way Thursday into Friday, with Friday being a first alert weather day. But the day planner today showing a nice day. It's going to be a bit breezy. We're starting to pull in those winds, so we're getting that going for us today with some sunny skies and a chilly morning to start. So grab the jacket. You're going to need it. You won't need it later on, though. Eventually, we'll get to the 60s. 60s in general today for your high and even into Thursday, with rain moving in Thursday evening into Friday on Veterans Day, a very, very wet Veterans Day. First alert weather day happening on Friday due to the heavy downpours, 1 to 3 inches of rain. And we're talking, the chance for some localized flooding, I think, especially with areas like Buncombe County, McDowell, Rutherford, Polk, our easternmost areas, northern Spartanburg, and even down towards Union. Then comes the much cooler air. We do have the highs that are going to plummet from the 60s to the low 50s into next week, and the 40s across the mountains, with those lows dropping quite a bit as well, below freezing into next week.